You continually keep saying you have a #1 song. It means shit. Nobody cares about a song about your wet ass pussy. Excuse my language for my followers.
Whoa, she said the word. That's a good segue into the Cardi B thing we're about to do, because we're about to talk about Cardi B, and apparently Cardi B is pretty problematic. I can't stand Cardi B because she's done some bad things, but I do want to talk about this feud, because this feud to me was just one of those wonderful let them fight moments. But Candace Owens and Cardi B have been getting into it over the weekend over the Twitters. I believe it started with Candace Owens saying, since most black people... Oh, sorry. I have to do this in the appropriate accent. Since most black people didn't have the spine to admit that Ben Shapiro was 100% correct about I Am Cardi B, and now her music and platform contributes to disintegration of black culture values. There you go.
Say Kanye West, he's never really written about like go out, grab a gat and just kill people. But unfortunately today that's the majority of what rap has become, right? And so I completely agree with your assessment.
Wait, sorry, WAP is about get a gun and go kill people? I'm already lost.
Of what rap has become, right? And so I completely agree with your assessment about Cardi B. It is one of the biggest insults. If black Americans are not insulted by the fact that Joe Biden, who has been hiding in his basement, for the entire year, made an appearance and came out because he was going to do an interview with Cardi B. Do we have nothing better to offer? I mean, this would be akin to Donald Trump saying, I'm going to give no interviews, but he came up and he decided to give an interview to Justin Bieber. Right? I mean, Justin Bieber, I am sorry. I know you're a Christian man. I don't even want to put you in the same boat as Cardi B. But it would be absurd, right? White America would go, what is this? Why are you being interviewed by Justin Bieber? And it's because you're pandering, right? You're pandering. You look at Cardi B's Instagram, you see she has millions of followers, and you think, okay, this is an illiterate.
Justin Bieber, good boy, Justin Bieber. He's one of the good ones. The same one who was like, having sex with prostitutes in Brazil and doing the drugs and then throwing the toilet paper all over people's houses.
And if I appeal to this illiterate person and she does, like she literally did in the middle of this interview, and they think she's cool, she's hip just by sitting here and taking this interview, black people will vote for me. It's basically saying, black people, you are stupid, you are dumb, and you're so foolish. I mean, do you think, what if she just said in the middle of the interview, Joe Biden, can you name one Cardi B album? Joe Biden, do me a favor, just one Cardi B lyric. He couldn't do it. Of course he's not, because he's being handled and they're saying black people.
Wait, but Ben could. Like, hey, Ben, just one. I got my P word in your D word. Do a giggle when I'm inside.
People like this person. This is what they're into. And so here you go, talk to her. Same thing with Hillary Clinton when she went on the Breakfast Club and she said she had hot sauce in her bag. Right? She didn't know what Beyonce's song that came from. One of her handlers said, say this, right? Probably got the questions ahead of time. Say this.
I agree this is obvious pandering. It is. There's no question. All of it's pandering. It's pandering across the board. Well, I mean, if we want to, state facts for fact's sake, at the end of the day, that wasn't the only reason that Joe Biden came up from the bunker. He came up for several other interviews. He came up to do that, the moment with the glasses where he looked at the camera and then the glasses came off and then it was like, wow. He spoke in some areas as well. It wasn't just to speak to Cardi B.
Say you keep hot sauce in your bag. Right now, Beyonce's song is trending and it's hot sauce in my bag swag. And she looked like a fish out of water and said it. It is demeaning. It is pandering. It is ridiculous. Okay. And
just going to be totally real. Keep it 100. I would very much like to hear that single, Hot Sauce in My Bag swag. It sounds already like it slaps. Make it happen. Go forth.
And she asked pointedly ridiculous questions. I want lower taxes, but I want universal health care for all. She had no idea what she was doing. And yet both Bernie Sanders and Joe Biden made the time to sit with her because they believe black people are stupid. And black people that thought, yay, that's a win. No, it's not a win. It shows you that they still believe that you are so stupid that they couldn't find many of the amazing intellectual black people that we have in the world to sit down with and ask them tough questions. An interview with Condoleezza Rice, right? An interview with Larry Elder. Even if you want somebody that is a Democrat, that's fine. There are way more intellectual black Democrats you could have sat down with, yet you chose an illiterate rapper because that's what she is. She's illiterate.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I would have paid money.
I look at the fairy and well, yeah, but she does a Kegel when I'm inside. So you know, she posted that. She tagged Cardi B. Cardi B, I guess, took the bait. And so saith, and it starts. And then the first response, you want to know why Joe got to talk to me, Candace? Because I have the #1 song, and yet my sister can't go to the beach in the Hamptons without Trump supporters harassing because they were by themselves, and Santa Claus was harassing my sis girlfriend, all because they're Afro-Hispanic gay couple.
Hey, all right. Get the fuck out of you. Move your vehicle out of here. Move the fuck out of my face. Okay. Don't ever come to a female pressing her while I'm not here. Come near you. I don't give a fuck. Right. Stop the fuck out my car. Stop the fuck out my car, because I pay my fucking taxes, nigga. Back the fuck up. Get the fuck out my face. You in my vehicle. Shut the fuck out. Shut the fuck up, Cardi. Shut up. Suck my dick. All right. Thank you. Very nice. Bitch, I got a strap. Right. Yes, I got a dildo showing up your ass and your husband's ass. Suck my dick, bitch. Get the fuck out of here, Karen.
Karen.
I hope you know.
I'm here for the Karen callouts.
That you will be online and your husband. And yep. And guess what? And guess what? I got the fuck out of you.
Isn't it funny, you know, to hear Candace Owens say that? Because isn't it the Republicans who are always saying, you know, the Democrats, they hate poor people, they hate uneducated people, but we love them. You know, we love the quote unquote unwashed masses. And by the way, Cardi B, she's illiterate. So, you know. No, that pink man was harassing my sister's girlfriend to move her car for no reason. Then my sister came back and had a back and forth, and they stood while she whipped that phone out. They were harassing 2 women. Yeah, going to catch the right fucking one. Listen, she needs to be mad at Trump, not me, after all that hard work she did supporting him, and he did not pick her to speak at the Republican convention. True. Oof, good shade. To clarify, Joe Biden got to talk to you because you have a #1 song and Santa Claus was harassing your sister. Okay, thanks for clearing that one up. Yes, you're right. I have the #1 song, and I have a huge platform, and I can make millions go vote to get that man that used you. I don't want to argue with you, Candace. I don't really have the time. I honestly just feel sorry for you. I didn't know they knew who each other was. You are encouraging millions to go vote for the man that locked up entire generations of black men. Maybe go Google Joe Biden and the 1994 crime bill. Oh no, now I'm conflicted. Joe Biden used you. Bernie Sanders used you. How did Bernie Sanders use you? Neither of them like or know your music. They think you're dumb. And you're encouraging millions to vote for a man who will laugh every time a black man gets killed by a cop and tells millions of Americans to drink bleach. Trump didn't even have you talking at the Republican convention. I love how she keeps reiterating that point. Like, by the way, that sucks. He thinks you're dumb. Massa did you dirty, but you mad at me. Lastly, asking racist Joe Biden to lower your taxes in the same breath that you ask for free universal healthcare is about as thick as it gets. When you stick to music, you can get left alone. When you dabble in politics, you will get called out for platforming ignorance. By the way, I'm sure you'll notice at this point that I'm sounding as white as I've ever been. So you can probably already feel the creamy, honky whiteness coming off my cream. And that's just how I'm going to read these tweets. Giddy up. Well, paying taxes is something that, as much as I hate, it's reality. I will always have to pay, but I'd rather my tax money go to free education than police funding. Use my money on something useful. Your president used our tax money to FD his empty campaign runs. I'm doing a video on my Instagram in a minute. I want you guys to listen. Hey, does anyone have a link to that video? I would love to hear the Cardi B rant on Candace Owens. I was unable to find it. There wasn't a recording of it. Oh, wait, there was another one. I'm almost 6 months pregnant, and I had to rip I Am Cardi B a new WAP. Whoa. Okay, let's see.
Oh, what is up, Instagram? I'm going live on Instagram. This is the second time I've ever gone live on Instagram, but I just felt like I really wanted to clear the air on this Cardi B nonsense. So first and foremost, Cardi, I watched your story, and it sounds very funny. First off, I'm saying it's funny because it's just ridiculous to me that you even take anything that I said as offensive when I'm telling you the truth. And I think if anything, you're only upset because people are telling you on Twitter that you got dragged, because you did get dragged, because you are uneducated when it comes to politics. That's first things first.
Wow. That's some hot tea. What was Candace Owens' views on Hitler again? And National Socialism? I remember them being slightly controversial.
I was not, I'm sure Ben Shapiro was not, we were not meaning to attack you. We're just simply telling the truth, which is the fact that Joe Biden did not spend the whole year in his basement to come up because he's a big Cardi B fan and sit down with you. He thinks you're an idiot. And, you know, I just am encouraging you to stop proving him right when you say ridiculous things like, I had to sit down with Joe Biden because my sister got attacked by a Trump supporter, Santa Claus, making it seem like Trump supporters are homophobic. A little education for you, Cardi B. Donald J. Trump is the first president that's ever gone into office in support of gay marriage. So, you know, those 8 years that your presidential candidate Joe Biden spent as a vice president with Obama, they didn't support gay marriage going into office. Obama changed his tune on gay marriage in his second term. So the whole idea of Trump being a homophobe is a bit pointedly ridiculous and shows how uneducated you are.
Oh, so case closed. I just got him. It doesn't sound at all like he's a political opportunist who just says what he doesn't believe. That would be kind of the narrative I was getting from that story, but sure.
Then you came and you were talking about raising your taxes when you were on
that was
talking to Joe Biden, saying that you want your taxes lowered, but at the same time you want universal health care. That's ignorant and it's stupid. And Joe Biden knows it's ignorant and stupid. Even all the people that want free healthcare and universal healthcare acknowledge that tax rates have to be astronomical to be able to support that. So you're talking about a 74% tax rate. You continually keep saying you have a number one song. It means shit. Nobody cares about a song about your wet ass pussy. Excuse my language for my followers.
Whoa, she said the word.
Being number one. I have a number one song in the UK. I have a number one song in Australia. I have a number one song in New Zealand. That has nothing to do with Black America and whether or not you are helping or hurting. Right now, you are hurting Black America. Okay? When you stand on a platform and you pretend to care about Black men, when you ask Joe Biden, what are we going to do about these Black men dying? He should have asked you back, what are Black men going to do about Black men dying? Because 94% of Black men are killed by other Black men. Okay? We don't have an issue with police officers. In fact, if you go into those inner cities and you go into those projects, they need more policing. So you're a fraud. You're sitting here making it seem like you're
more cops. It'll solve all of this. Just more cops, more police cops.
Afraid of police officers? Are you afraid of your husband? You're more likely to be killed by your husband, way more likely to be killed by your husband than you are by a police officer. And you know that, right? You know that Black men kill more white men. You know that police officers are killed by Black men.
Wait, Black men kill more white men? Wait, what? I mean, the murders are usually drawn along racial lines. Like Black people kill Black people, white people kill white people.
And a half times more, right? So don't use your platform in 70.
I mean, you know, if you want to posture that it's kind of weird for someone to brag about like their success, like I have a number one song, okay. To follow that up with just a whole bunch of 1350 rhetoric, it's like, you know, why are you bragging about your number one single? And by the way, here's all the reasons statistically why I think that you know, Black people are responsible for all the crimes they commit in every single way, and that's why they're overrepresented in prison.
5 million people to make it seem like police officers are the issue. You're uneducated. I mean, that is just what it is. You are uneducated. And I don't have a problem, by the way, with musicians and rappers and hip hop artists dabbling in politics if they're sincere. What I mean by that is, are you talking to people on both sides? Are you trying to actually get an informed understanding, or are you just being a mouthpiece for one party? Charlemagne the God has multiple people on his platform. He's talked to Republicans. He's friends with Senator Tim Scott. Talks to him. He's a Trump supporter. He's had presidential candidates on his show, on The Breakfast Club. But he's a serious...
Oh, chat, you're so cute. You're all sending me clips of what she said. Yeah, I was doing a bit. I know what she said about Hitler. I mean, I'll play it. I'll play it for the class, though.
Well, okay, fine. The problem is that he had dreams outside of Germany. He wanted to globalize. He wanted everybody to be German, everybody to be speaking German, everybody to look a different way. That's not, to me, that's not nationalism. In thinking about how it could go bad down the line, I don't really have an issue with nationalism. I really don't. I think that it's okay. It's important to retain your country's identity and to make sure.
So Hitler wasn't really a baddie. It's just because he took things too far. All right, I mean, let's just kind of forget what was already happening before he had some more imperial ambitions, and especially what was happening to the Jewish population within Germany for years before Hitler started to expand the German Empire, so to speak. That probably wasn't the greatest situation for them. I mean, I'm pretty sure he wouldn't say that was the good nationalism. But yeah, no, that's when things took a turn for the worse. Is when he set his sights. Is when he set his sights elsewhere. So yeah, they had a bit of a back and forth. I think the knockout punch probably came from, Your baby singing whap whap whap. This some dry ass. Sorry, I gotta do this more in Ben Shapiro voice. Your baby singing whap whap whap. This some dry ass p word. And then there's some emojis. I'm told. Face with tears of joy. Again, I'm assuming because of the dry ass p word. So there's that one. Girl, they need me for sales. WAP is currently number 3 on Apple Music in South Korea. Damn. Oh, I think this one was my favorite. I don't know if Cardi B was saving this one for the end, because this one, in my opinion, is kind of the knockout punch. And this is, I think, when Candace Owens stopped going back and forth. I seriously don't even know how me and Candace started arguing. Just a couple of weeks ago, her man was playing WAP in this Trump boat party. I hate arguing with people. Since I got new followers, here, stream WAP. It's endorsed by Melania. So
wet. Now from the top, make it drop. That's some wet. I'm talking wop, wop, wop. That's some wet. That's some wet. Macaroni in a pot. That's some wet. Now from the top, make it drop. That's some wet. That's some wet. I'm talking wop, wop, wop. That's some wet. That's some wet. Macaroni in a pot. That's some wet. Now from the
That's good. That's good. I'd say that was probably the best in this little back and forth, you know? That one's probably my favorite of all of them. Hey, we want to mutual aid you to get some eyeballs on your work. So if you have a leftist YouTube channel or Twitch stream or something you want us to advertise, just send us a 20 to 30 second ad using the forms at weareserfs.com. We'll do our best to help you out. And please submit once per channel.
To our God, I'm Wrath. We pray at your altar of greatness. To our monarch, Thomas Bone, you are the light that guides our path. To our lords, Jeffrey Lamb, Trevor R., Stephen, Nine Tails Cosmic Fox, Hans Josephine, and Poppy Nelson, we bow meekly for your pleasure. To our knights of the Round Table, Josh Mickelson, Dylan Byth, Alexander Thaler, Zach Christensen, Todd Buckingham, Todd Lajeunesse, Clement Chetska, Skybear Games, Moss Beast, Political Puppy, Ali Menthol, Jimmy Bignuts, Alan R., Andreas Chitoro, Good Poon Hates Cops, That's Solid Poon Then, Dr. Zayas, Joppy, Radiclu, Violent Orchard, and Sophie Baby, we salute you. And to our many merchants and farmers, thank you. Fuck you, Lance!